Good morning and welcome to Take Your Life Back Today show with Ralf Friedrichs. Today's topic, and it's a long one, common reasons why those who need treatment don't get it. These could be excuses that they come up with. Rehab centers maybe are giving them issues with financials, or the state can't help them, but these are reasons why people that absolutely need help don't get it. This particular episode is dedicated to one or more of my personal friends that are going through not getting the help they need due to one of these reasons. It could be, like I said, because financials. In one case, it could be a person just doesn't want to get the help. They'll come up with any excuse. It could be, like I said, one of my other friends way up north, that he just doesn't have the money to get help. So we're going to dive into that today. Like I said, it's a pretty good amount of information. First and foremost, I want to give Larry Geese from the Geese Academy at 516-485-2741. That's 516-485-2741. A big shout out, because he, as an addiction recovery coach, he as a life coach, can help you take your life back. But you need to reach out to him. He's got over 30 years experience as a life coach and an addiction recovery coach. Go to his website at www.odysseyconsultant.org. That's www.odyssey, that's ODYSSEYCONSULTANT.org. That's odysseyconsultant.org. Or call him at 516-485-2741. That's Larry Geese at the Geese Academy. Give a shout out to globaleyeglasses.com, where they are focused on saving you money, like so many of you in my audience have done already. You have texted me at 631-599-0218. You have called me at 844-405-HELP and asked me to help you with your eyeglasses, to help you pick out that frame that looks and fits you best, to pick the right lenses for the situation that you need them for. It could be for progressives. It could be with a line bifocal. It could be because you want them to change indoor and outdoors. It could be because you have problems driving at night. Their prices start as low as $6 and they work up to $69 for the frame, which includes standard regular prescription plastic non-coated lenses. Anything further than that, like progressives, like transitions, anti-reflecting coating, UV coating, those are add-ons, but the add-ons are so minimal compared to your brick and mortar local place that will charge you up to $700 to $900 for a pair of glasses. This is at a fraction of that cost. So go to www.globaleyeglasses.com, where they are focused on saving you money. Folks, common reasons why those who need treatment don't get it. I'm going to read this. This came directly from the CDC. When you see someone on the street passed out, clutching a bottle in a paper bag, whether it's in LA or Cleveland, New York, or Topeka, Dallas, or St. Paul, you wonder why they don't just get the help that they so desperately need. Ditto the reaction to the co-worker who keeps embarrassing himself at office parties and constant drunk at bars when you go out with them. And to the relative who ruins every family gathering during holidays. Chances are you know someone who has a drug and alcohol problem, or someone who also has a mental issue. Surely you think this person would want to get treatment. In all these scenarios that I just mentioned, what are the reasons why these people are not getting the reasons? Are they reasons because they don't want to? Are they reasons because they don't have the money to do so? Or are there any other reasons? The answers may or may not surprise you. Let's break down the reasons for not getting treatment for substance abuse in each group. Substance abuse includes illicit drugs and alcohol. Listen to this topic here. This one is needed treatment but made no effort. Now I'm going to give you percentages, folks. Not ready to stop using. A whopping 38.8% of people that were asked were just not ready to stop using. That is why they didn't get help. No health coverage. Could not afford the cost. 32%. So if you add the people that are not willing to get help and the insurance costs, you're looking at almost 70% already. Possible negative effect on the job. 12% of people are worried how their job would react. Not knowing where to go for treatment. 12%. Is it not because they are not looking for the treatment centers? or they truly don't know how to locate them. Last and not least, on that particular segment, concern that receiving treatment might cause neighbors' community to have a negative opinion about them. That is 11%. So the two major causes why people needing treatment have not made no effort on getting is 38% weren't ready, 32% say the insurance cannot help them. Needing treatment, and these people made an effort. Individuals who felt they needed treatment for substance abuse and did make the effort to get it offered the following 8 reasons why they didn't receive the treatment. Reason number 1, no health coverage and could not afford the cost. 27% of the people made an effort to get help, but they could not receive the help because of insurance. Not ready to stop using. 29% of people are just not ready to stop using. They made every effort, so they had relapses over and over again. Able to handle problems without treatment. These are the people that think they can beat their addiction without seeking proper professional help. No transportation. It's inconvenient to get help. That is a whopping 10% of the people. No program having that type of treatment. 8% of the people. Did not feel need for treatment at this time. They are procrastinating for tomorrow. Did not know where to go for the treatment. 8%. Might cause neighbors and community have a negative opinion on them. That's another 7% again. Those are in the category of needing treatment, made an effort, but didn't get to treatment. Here is reasons people did not receive mental health issues. These who did not receive treatment identified the following 10 barriers. In 2008, according to the NSDUH, there were 10.6 million adults age 18 and older who reported an unmet need for mental care. Number 1 on this list is could not afford the cost, 42%. Isn't it a shame? Even with Obamacare now, we are still facing a crisis of people needing, whether it's for mental health, substance abuse, disease, sickness. They can't afford it because the insurance will not help them. That was at 42%. 28% brings in could handle problem without treatment. These are the people that really think that they can do this, but you can't. 19% did not know where to go for treatment. Folks, here is a hint. Google works for everything. Just in the search bar, type it in, you'll find it. Did not have the time, 13%. Fear of being committed or taking medicine, 9% of people. Concerned about confidentiality, 8%. Folks, these things are so confidential. There is a HIPAA law that protects you from your information being released. 8% health insurance did not cover enough of the treatment. Did not have enough money. Could not afford the copay. My friend up north, his copay supposedly is $6,300, unheard of. If the program for 30 days is only $49.99 and your copayment is $63, what is wrong with that picture? Treatment would not help. 7% of the people said that. And another 7% of people said health insurance did not cover any of the treatment. What about those who felt they didn't need treatment? What do you know about 95% of what do we know about 95.2% of persons needing treatment for substance use and did not get it because they felt they didn't need it? What can be deduced about their reasoning beyond saying that they didn't feel they needed it? Statistics don't help here because it gets at more deep-rooted issues. Number 1 on this list is denial. The most common and initial reaction is the addict refuses to accept that he or she has a problem. Folks, denial is the biggest barrier on not only seeking help, but on getting to learn how to live with you. The minute you stop denying you have a problem, because you do have a problem. If you're drinking 2 to 3 drinks a day or more, or if you're doing drugs each and every day, you have a problem. Stop denying. There is no shame in admitting you have a problem. It is more shameful to think that you're avoiding accepting what you have. Number 2 on the list is control. Male addicts in particular may find it difficult to admit that there is a need for treatment due to issue controls. They need to feel in control of their own destiny and often want to take control of their own life without professional help. Number 3 is fear. It takes a lot of determination, motivation, and courage to enter treatment. Many addicts are deterred by fear. They are afraid of the entire detoxification and withdrawal process, whether out of ignorance, past attempts on their own, or perceived dangers. Next one is cut off from supply. They don't want to lose the feeling of the high. Many addicts won't enter treatment because they won't have access to their supply of drugs and alcohol. They can't give up is another reason. For many addicts, the biggest reason they don't go to treatment is that they can't give it up, or so they think they can't give it up. They're so wrapped up in how good they feel, so addicted to their high, that they can't envision living without it. Another number here is treatment won't help. Some addicts feel that they are beyond help. No treatment can possibly make a difference in their lives after years of being addicted to drugs and alcohol. Those who have mental issues feel particularly hopeless. Another reason is nobody cares, they feel. After burning their bridges behind them, alienating themselves from family and friends during years of addiction, some addicts feel that there is no one left that cares if they live or die. That's a shame that they feel this way. Stigma. Buried within a person's denial of need for treatment may be the stigma attached to going into rehab. Whether the person is a celebrity or a common laborer, society still treats addicts with a certain amount of contempt. People need to realize that if a person is addicted to drugs and alcohol, it's like that person has cancer or has leukemia. It's a disease. Stop pointing the finger. Stop judging people that are alcoholics and addicted to drugs. They are humans that have a disease that need help. Next one is hope the problem will resolve itself. Some addicts who secretly know different hope that the problem they currently have or have had some time with drugs and alcohol will simply resolve itself and go away, magically disappear. This form of self-delusion is akin to denial, but the blow to self-esteem when such a turnaround fails to occur plunges the addict into even deeper despair. And last and most crucial on my list is wanting to die. After years of abuse of alcohol and drugs, having lost all hope with no one to care for, not believing treatment would be effective, or seeing no reason to turn their lives around, some addicts continue their addiction in a deliberate attempt to end their lives. Why should they seek treatment when they don't want it? To an addict, the final stages of addiction, death may seem the only solution. That is sad. That is truly sad. Let's do a quick recap. Common reasons why those who need treatment don't get it. The first paragraph states needing treatment but made no effort. They either didn't want to stop using, their health insurance wouldn't cover it, positive, negative effect on the job, not knowing where to go for treatment, and worried about what other people might think. These are needed treatment but made an effort but still didn't succeed. No health insurance was number one. Not ready to stop using. Able to handle problem without treatment? Obviously not. No transportation, it's inconvenient. No program having a type of treatment. Did not feel need for treatment at this time. Did not know where to go for treatment. Might cause neighbors and community to have negative effects on their reputation. Reasons people did not receive mental health services. Could not afford the cost. A whopping 42% of you could handle problem without treatment at this time. Did not know where to go for treatment. Did not have the time for treatment. Fear of being committed or taking medications for this problem that they have. Concerned about confidentiality. Health insurance did not cover enough of the treatment, can't afford the rest. Might cause neighbors and community to have a negative opinion about them. Treatment would not help them anyway. Health insurance did not cover any of the treatment. What about those who felt they did not need treatment? Number one on my list, and it's always been, is denial. Folks, as long as you keep denying you have a problem, that wall will block you from recovery. That wall will keep you from your loved ones, will keep you from your job, will keep you from your health, will keep you from living a stronger, longer life. That wall needs to come crumbling down for you to accept knowing that you can live without your drugs and alcohol in recovery and still have a meaningful life. Keep your relationships, keep your job, keep your life, keep your health. Those are the reasons you need to eliminate. Number one on my list, denial. Stop denying, accept the fact, and reach to your higher power and ask God to help, guide, and direct you. Number two is control. A lot of people feel that if they go into a treatment center, they lose all control because they need to be in the driver's seat. But folks, if you were so good at controlling your life, you wouldn't be watching my video, possibly, with an addiction. I mean, a lot of people watch because they want to learn how to maybe help a loved one, a family member. But if you're watching and you are addicted to drugs and alcohol, you are not in control of your life. Your drugs and alcohol are controlling your life. Number three, fear. A lot of people are afraid of getting treatment. It takes a lot of determination, motivation, courage to enter a treatment center. It almost strips your dignity, but be stripped down. For an example, like when I joined the Marine Corps and I went to boot camp, they stripped all of us recruits from what we were down to nothing, zero. It's like taking a piece of clay and throwing it against the wall, and you see it flatten against the wall. You peel that clay off the wall and you start molding. And in boot camp, they molded a nice, strong Marine in me. Well, the same applies. When you go into a treatment center, let them strip you down. Not in a literal sense, but in a emotional sense. Let them strip you down and remold you into the person that you used to be. Cut off from the supply. A lot of people are worried that when they go into a treatment center, they will be cut off from alcohol and drugs. But that is the purpose of going into the treatment center in the first place. You need to separate yourself. Get a divorce from the drugs. Get a divorce from the alcohol. Find a new mate called sobriety. A lot of you are afraid to go into a treatment center or don't get the treatment because you don't want to give up the high. But folks, the high will kill you. I promise you. You'll either be killed, you'll commit suicide, or you'll kill someone, or you're ended in jail for the rest of your life. Those are your options. Or start living. Take your life back today. Next one is treatment won't help. A lot of people are not getting the treatment because they feel, hey, there's nothing you can do to help me. Wrong. Each and every one of you that is out there watching me, wherever you might be, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, but it is up to you to seek that light. Treatment centers, addiction recovery coaches, life coaches will not come to you because we don't know you. You need to come to us and you need to ask for help today. A lot of you are not getting treatment because you feel nobody cares after burning the bridges behind them, alienating family and friends during your years of addiction. Some addicts feel that there is no one left behind that cares. Well, first of all, there are people that care. I personally care for each and every one in my audience or that I verbally or coach, because I know what it's like to be you. I know what it's like to have people pointing fingers at you. I know what it's like to have family members talk about you. This is why I am so passionately involved in my quest on helping anyone. Each and every video, each and every episode, each and every show I do, I hope 2 people get help. One is me automatically. This is my recovery, folks. I don't sit in front of this camera telling you all these things because I want to see myself. I do it because this is my recovery. 24/7, I live and breathe sobriety. If you are that one person, and I hope there's more than one, but if you are that one person that I'm helping right now, mission accomplished. Another one is stigma. Buried within a person's denial of need of treatment may be the stigma attached to going into rehab, whether the person is a celebrity or a common laborer. No one likes to go in and say, I need help. Hope the problem will resolve itself. A lot of people think that. Some addicts who secretly know different hope that the problem will currently have or have had some time with drugs and alcohol will simply resolve and go away, disappear. If alcoholism, drug addiction, is equivalent to a disease like cancer, leukemia, do you think any cancer, leukemia can heal by itself? Well, folks, drug and alcohol addiction will not heal by itself. You need to work at a recovery plan. You need to live within sobriety's guidelines. You need to be sober 24/7. There is no little amount that you can touch. There's only, you either touch alcohol and drugs and kill yourself eventually, or you don't do it at all and you learn to live without it. The changes are astronomical, what you will get from sobriety. Physically, you'll feel better. Mentally, you'll think better. Financially, you'll start saving money because you're not wasting it. Relationship-wise, you might save your wife, your husband, your children, your family from leaving you. Spiritually, you'll reach your higher power and have a thing called hope. These are all the things that will happen, but you need to work sobriety. Last and not least on my list is wanting to die. After years of alcohol abuse, you feel that you have alienated everyone around you. No one even cares. This is how you feel. No one even cares about you. The only solution is death. Wrong. The only solution is sobriety. Reach to God right now and say, God, I need help. During my last interview on TV, I mentioned a song that is sung by Carrie Underwood called Jesus Take the Wheel. Why do I bring that up? Because it is so true. Let God take the wheel of your life. Let God navigate you. Picture this, folks. If your body is like a ship and your mind is like the captain of your ship, would you ever go into any rough ocean without navigation? Well, that's exactly what you are. You are a ship and you're the captain, and there is no navigation out there. You're just circling this rough ocean. This is why I'm asking you to reach to God and ask for guidance and direction. Let God navigate. Let God guide you through your recovery. Let God teach you how to live with sobriety. These are all things that you need to start doing immediately. For a lot of us, there is a tomorrow, but there's always that chance that tomorrow might not be here. So stop procrastinating and saying maybe tomorrow, Ralph. As you and I are sitting here right now, you and my audience, me in front of the camera in my show here, there is someone out in the world breathing their last breath, closing their eyes for the last time. Don't let it be you. Make the changes. Save your life. Take your life back today. It is about time that you realize that a sober today guarantees you a better tomorrow. Start thinking positive, and I guarantee you positive things will happen. You will see positive results. And remember that all changes in life only happen with very small steps. Teach your children and your grandchildren to say no to drugs and alcohol. And please, I beg of you, please, everyone, start helping each other out. Believe karma works, because it does. Be good to others and good things will happen to you. I hope to God each and every one of you has a great day, but I really pray to God that each and every one of you has a sober day, and may God bless you.